I'd like to call the workshop to order. Excuse me. Just hadn't.
It's all right.
Andy,
All right.
just had a brain freeze.
Mr. Chairman, members of council, thank you for being here for the workshop. There are 2 items on the workshop. We understand the second half of it has some folks that are stuck in the traffic, so we'll deal with them when they arrive. Told them to be safe, and we'll deal with that. The first part of it involves Beaufort Jasper Water Sewer Authority, and we have with us today Ms. Verna Arnett, who is the General Manager of Beaufort Jasper Water Sewer Authority, and also Mr. Charlie Stone, who's Director of Government Affairs for Beaufort Jasper Water Sewer Authority. And they're here with good news. I know you hear a lot of bad news, but they're here with good news of some work that they have been doing, a new program they've created, and also they have verified the value of our capital credits, which I have discussed with you previously. So, Verna, Charlie, you want to come on up?
Good afternoon, and thank you for having us. It's a pleasure to be here. And as Mr. Fulgham said, we've been working on a program for almost actually since I arrived at BJWSA 2.5 years ago. We wanted to create a program where we could work closely with our local government partners, and oftentimes projects would come up and we would have to scramble and try to get infrastructure projects programmed into our capital plan. And if other things came up, we really didn't have a good way to work with our partners. Secondly, we had different agreements with Jasper County, Beaufort County, City of Hardeeville, City of Beaufort, Port Royal, and Bluffton. And one of our goals was to get all those agreements to be the same so that there was equity among our partners. We also, thirdly, wanted to have something that was more useful to you all and was not just great for Bluffton, but not for anybody else. So Charlie Stone, who's our Director of Government Affairs, came to Beaufort Jasper and really took up this charge and helped lead us to develop this program. And he'll be talking more about it, and specifically, he does have the good news because he has, what he'll be telling you is the balance of the old program that we had that's going to transfer into the new program that's available for you all to use. And just so you know, we do have a policy that's available on our website, so if you ever have questions, or certainly reach out to myself or Charlie, or this document is available as well. So I'll let Charlie take over.
Thank you all. As Verna mentioned, I'm Charlie Stone, Director of Government Affairs at Beaufort Jasper Water and Sewer. And I know it is a rare occurrence that somebody stands in front of you and instead of making a financial ask, they come to actually depict a program to you that will contribute to your bottom line. And so we are very excited to introduce this program that will aid all of our municipalities and counties. I think it really displays a change in leadership at Beaufort Jasper in an effort to be more proactive and pragmatic in solving some of the challenges that our public jurisdictions face. The program will call for a financial allocation that we will reserve for each public jurisdiction of $200,000 on an annual basis. This is for a 5-year window, and so Jasper County would be entitled to $1 million through this partnership program. The uses that we have outlined are for a local government's project for the installation of water or sewer infrastructure, an offset to water or sewer capacity fees or project fees for a public facility project, an offset to water or sewer capacity fees for a workforce housing project, or a offset to water or sewer capacity fees for a project that we agree upon in writing. So we wanted to have a bit of flexibility in there. If there's a project with some extenuating circumstances that Andy brings to us, we can certainly have a conversation on how this program could benefit that project. And then the last item we wanted to update you on is that your existing capacity fee credit program has a balance of $780,000 existing in it, and that will carry forward as we roll into our new program. So we're happy to field any questions, and we truly value your partnership, and I think that's reflected in not only this program but some of our larger investments throughout the region. We are investing just over $300 million in capital projects that will benefit Jasper County and your constituents. So we're proud to do this work and proud to call you guys a partner. So.
Just Cicerelli? No?
It's all up to you.
Well, I'm shocked. Is that 780,235? That's incredible. Thank you for all your hard work and what you guys do. I really appreciate it, and I think the public at large in Jasper County also thanks you. That's I'm excited. I think there's some good things to come in the future.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Joey?
All right. Yeah, I echo the same thing, Charlie. Byrne. Thank you all for the where we're going in the future with our partnerships and where the future will take us. But as far as moving forward with a lot of things, how are y'all keeping up with just everything in our area?
Yeah, I'll start and I'll let Verna add some color. We actually just had a celebration around the expansion of our Perrysburg water treatment plant. That has been a project that has been a long time coming, and we've expanded that plant from 15 million gallons to 30 million gallons. I think we were having some internal conversations on our site selection around a new wastewater treatment plant on the New River. And when we were discussing that project, it struck us that out of our plant expansions that we have underway, I believe 3 of those are in Jasper County. And so not only is the Perrysburg treatment plant that has been complete a necessary project for the region, but we've also are investing in expanding the Cherry Point wastewater treatment plant and in the process of moving forward with the expansion of Hardyville. So we are investing heavily in Jasper County, and I think that, you know, with new synergy and new communication with our public jurisdictions, that we're doing a lot better job of planning for the future and determining where we need to go. So Verna, any?
Yes, the only thing I would add, and thank you, Charlie, great job. We are just finishing up a new master plan as well, and we took a real planning approach to this. In fact, I believe we're using the same consultant as you all use for the Jasper County Comprehensive Plan. And so we actually have a board workshop November 7th where we'll be revealing the plan. And those, we've had many workshops with, including personnel from Jasper County, to make sure that we're, not only are we prepared for what we know is coming, but then we have information about what could be coming in the future, and we can better prepare.
Thank you.
Mr. Cicerelli?
Yeah, just a follow-up on just outside the conversation, but it was good to meet you back in this month, and we had a good conversation, very reassuring about what my concerns are, is about the tremendous demands on the water supply from not only South Carolina, but from Georgia as well. Jeff, I think it was Jeff LaRue that wrote back to me from a correspondence that I sent to the chair. And the answers were very reassuring. Even with Bucky's in the formula, it was somewhat, you know, more reassuring that from what I heard. But it was good that we had some time to share and to talk about the future. And I'm glad now, in addition to what you're talking about now in terms of money to the county and some future, for the future of what the BWSA is going to do is very reassuring. So I wanted to just say thank you for that, that reassurance anyway. That's all. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Hello, how are you? One thing, can we get the meeting to 10 o'clock now, from 9 to 10? Your board meeting?
The board meetings? I'll bring that up for consideration.
It was nice when you went to 9. Let's push for the 8. Took a while, but it got there. The $780,000, how did that accumulate? Was that just 1 year, or?
No, so that is the result of infrastructure projects that you all did somewhere in the past that, for the value of those projects, then we gave you credits towards capacity. And so that's where those came from. It was just accumulated over the years. And you may have spent some. I'm not sure how that balance or what the history of it was, but that's how that was built, by projects that you did that we gave you credit for when we took the assets over.
Do we get a report every month? Or every year?
I was just going to elaborate on that with her. We have not used any
Okay.
that I know of since I've been here, and they were primarily generated from 3 projects. One was the Butterfly Kingdom Road we referred to. We put the water and sewer into that project. And the other was the Curysburg project, which was a large project. And I think Bailey Mill as well, right? Those were, I think, the 3 that generated it. And the idea is that if the county received grant funding and did the work to go get them to help with the program, right? That we would complete the work with grant money, and then we turn the system over to Beaver Jasper or Sewer Authority, because it was designed and built to their standards. And they in turn then would receive customers forever, right? And so there was a value to that. That's how the program, I think, began. And so that program has ended, and now you have almost $800,000 there. Mr. Kemp, I'd like them to continue standing while we talk just a little bit about your idea to perhaps desire to donate these credits. There was some discussion about that with previous councils about donating those for affordable housing projects. And I know they have a desire to clear their books of this as quickly as possible. So perhaps we could have a little dialogue about that.
That's fine. Now you got me. I had something in mind. Today has just been a very bad day for me. It started out, but
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. We're here to help you and vice versa. So.
I do want to donate this. It's for projects that we really don't do very much of, the way I had. By the way, I know what I want to say. Gene, when the Perrysburg location opened up or had the cutting, something was very telling is, and I think, Ernie, you were the one that said it, that we are very fortunate that we have the Savannah River, the third or second largest river in east of the Mississippi. And our water, if we run out of water, we're going to be, the whole world is going to be in trouble. So there is a capacity that we have. We just have to be able to process it and get rid of it, correct? So I just want to say, people to realize, that's one of the questions I've always been asked. Well, we're going to run out of water. We're very fortunate. We have a lot of water. Right? So anyway, now going back to affordable housing.
Yes, sir. There's just 2 pots of money, and I thought we could have that discussion. I wanted to try to get it out in the open so we don't have a lot back and forth. But is your preference that if that was something that the council wanted to consider, that they use the new program for that versus the capital credits, or is it?
I would say that that's at the council's discretion. I think that the point that I agree with, Andy, that you made, obviously now that we're rolling into the new program and we have that $1 million allocation, that is our focus moving forward. And so we do have, with these capacity fee credits, a liability on the books. And so there probably is some value internally to exhausting that, just from an accounting standpoint. But there's really no deadline for that at all. And we really want both of these pots to work for Jasper County.
Okay.
I do have a question. We have the underserved committee that meets once in a while. Would they be available for this? Would this be something they would do with internally?
Yes, sir. So the $1 million, one of the eligible uses is for water and sewer infrastructure. And so, for instance, an example project could be if Jasper County was looking at a septic to sewer transition project for a Levy community, that would be one of the eligible projects for that, that new partnership program.
Can you remember how much that was by any chance before they fell?
We are using a internal estimate of about $60,000 to $75,000 per home, and so obviously to solve all of the challenges in Levy with the septic systems, it's going to be quite expensive. I think we've had a nice approach in the Alljoy community of Bluffton, where we've partnered with Town of Bluffton, Beaufort County, and have received state dollars. And we started with a first phase. My expectation for Levy is that something similar to that would be necessary because these projects are quite costly.
Right. So we would have, how would that work with the Affordable Housing Trust?
Well, Mr. Chairman, you also have Ms. Heather Rad here, who helped write the grant, I think, right, for the Levy. Do you have any particular questions about Levy?
I'm not sure, but given Charlie's comments, we'll get together and we'll try to figure out the options for you for the affordable housing component. And there's also the second half of your workshop was Ms. Kate Brown, and she's going to talk to you about a funding need that she has with regard to water and sewer. So finally, I want to say that the council has committed to the Exit 8 project through an IGA with the city of Hardyville. So you're already on the hook for $500,000 to go toward that project, and potentially these funds could be used for that as well.
So what's just to finalize, you're going to come back to us with these credits?
Yes, sir. If it's your general consensus you want us to look
At those things, the affordable housing donation, we can certainly try to figure out what the best scenario for all of us would be and provide a recommendation to you. And then also probably bring those more detailed recommendations of the already committed obligation of the $500,000 for Exit 8. And then, of course, Ms. Brown's request, because I'm not sure they're going to be able to make it here tonight.
Okay.
Well, it's like having money in the pocket, you don't know what to do with it. I mean, I could think of many, many things right now. I'm on LCOG, and LCOG is looking for money all the time for their infrastructure and all that, especially some of these. So just for an example, if we found, put together something in, the septic is not good, and we want to convert it to, that would be what we would use this for, correct? If I'm getting, so a person has a septic problem, and the hookup costs you, what, $75,000 or whatever it is? We could use that money particularly for that person.
Yeah, through the partnership program, one of the eligible uses is water and sewer infrastructure. And so if you were looking to transition people off of septic to sewer, that would be allowed through this program. If you, through the capacity fee credit program, if you had somebody that actually funded for their own infrastructure and they just were left with that capacity fee, that could be a way to bring down the cost of the resident. I'll say Verna and I are both happy as y'all have ideas. If we need to sit down and have more dialogue around those ideas and hash them out, we'll be accessible. And I know there's a lot of different ways that you can approach using these funds, and we want to be creative and work with you guys, however that may be.
Do you know, and I guess this is up to us, do we have places where we have water and sewer, but everybody's not hooked up? They haven't decided to hook up?
We do have some customers that we either have sewer only or water only. So I'm sure there are customers who may not, there are some barriers to them doing that. A lot of that's the upfront cost to connect.
I mean, just to complete, so we can complete everything and give
And
could we do something like that? These are just
Yeah.
suggestions or what I
we could find out where those are too, so that's an option that we could look into.
No, and could we just have a fund and say, okay, if you want to hook up, you pay 50%, we pay 50%, or something like that?
Because I think you would have to create your own program. They're simply the funding source, and they would like to see the funds be used in a certain manner, and that seems to all be compliant. So
I think the sky's the limit. You may have, more requests and ideas than the money will go.
I understand. I'm just trying to get a handle on
Yes, sir.
other options, how you work it.
You have some great ideas. There are lots of different ways that you could do this, and
As long as as long as existing, the infrastructure is close by that you can tie into, that would work, and then others, that's just a bigger capital project.
Right,
Okay.
right. And also, it's nice to have this type of money, can help with leverage grant funds also. If there's grant programs that we can apply and leverage these funds, that would be something to think about too.
it's a great point.
Does the municipalities have the same credits?
They do. Yes, sir. The
So-
same partnership program, and then also some of our municipalities have an existing capacity fee credit bank.
Well, Deb, any other question?
No, I would like to have another meeting though, just to sit down and go through all the different things that are possible.
I think the
Just for,
administrator's gonna do it. You're gonna set up some
I
kind
think
of.
so. I think let us work with Buford Jasper and come up with some of these ideas and see what would work and what wouldn't, and come back to you. And
I'm
I
I just need to be more educated on it.
Yeah, sure.
Personally, I'm not don't wanna go, I wanna go to the housing trust, but is there other ways? I'm learning we could put things together. And so we're seed money, and I've learned seed money. Can this be seed money for something else?
Well, yes, and my concern with that scenario with the credits is that if they want to extinguish the credits quickly, that if you donated all of those credits to the Affordable Housing Trust, they may not have projects that are fast enough to expend that money. I didn't get that across, but that was my concern.
Oh, okay, so yeah, it's not like something you wanna draw from, they wanna clean it out.
That particular account, yes. Is that fair? Say that?
Yeah, I mean, if it helped too if we had some commitment, we did if they were gonna do this in future years, so it's kind of nice.
And when does the 200,000 start kicking in?
This fiscal, so we run on a fiscal year, so there's money allocated for fiscal year 26.
So we
that
have
means-
900, we have almost $1 million right now. Is that what it is, or the 780s
Yeah.
with the 200?
No, that's separate. The 200,000 a year is an addition to that.
Okay.
And Mr. Chairman, it may be helpful to discuss this with the Southern Carolina Alliance and try to coordinate this with the other Rural Development Act monies that are spent through, say, Palmetto Electric and Dominion and Hargray. So we may be able to pull all these things together for common projects and leverage all those funds.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. See you Thursday, isn't it? We're
Yes,
Thursday.
we're on Thursday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Fulton, do we have some?
I'm afraid we don't. Ms. Brown has not arrived yet, and she is the North Point Development update for you. I believe some of you, all three of you, didn't you attend the groundbreaking of North Point down the southern end? I think, I know you did, Mr. Van Giesen,
Yep.
and I know you did, Mr. Camp. Mr. Rowell, I'm not sure if I saw you there or not, but I know that was a big deal, and so they have a need for infrastructure. They have a gap, and I have been discussing that with them,
Buford Jasper, and also the city of Hardyville. So Mr. Gruber and I have been talking about that. I don't remember the gap that they have. It is to sort of loop a line, and so she is to explain that to you, and that's also a potential funding request that you could consider when you consider all the others as well.
Okay.
Since she's not here, I didn't know if you wanted to just take a break, disband, or what you'd like to do.
Take a break, I guess, until 6 o'clock. I'd like to have a motion to go on, to adjourn from the workshop.
I'll make a motion to adjourn from the workshop.
Second.
Second.
All those in favor say aye and raise their right hand.
Aye.
Okay. We'll be meeting at 6 o'clock.